Growing up, I actually really enjoyed listening to the Doors' music. But after watching this movie, a part of my childhood is now ruined. It's dead. Okay, so Deliver Us from Evil. Deliver Us from Evil is a horror movie starring Eric Bana and is directed by the guy who directed Sinister. And when it comes to horror movies, I really love Sinister. Yeah, scared the shit out of me. Watching crappy homemade videos of grisly murders of these families and not knowing that there's this thing inside the videos, yeah, it freaks me the fuck out. And just like Sinister, this movie has its creepiness factor. This movie is based off of real events in which this NYPD police officer gets wrapped up in this police case. Some weird shit happens with these certain people and Eric Bana wants to find out why. And of course there's evil spirits and possessions, but this is more of an investigation movie than it is a horror movie. Eric Bana was trying to figure shit out, and overall I thought his character was okay. Would have been better if he hulked out. The actually really cool and awesome Hulk now, but not the shitty Ang Lee one. But then I realized that he is the shitty Ang Lee one. Eric Bana did an okay performance. I don't know who the real guy actually is, but he fit as the main character. But the best character in this movie by far, it's the pastor that he has to team up with. This guy is just really awesome. He's like a man of God, but he smokes and drinks at the same time. You know he's seen some shit. And he points out to Eric Bana, look, 85 to 90% of the exorcisms, they're bullshit, but mine, that's the real shit. Trust me, there's more to this character. He was actually given layers, and I really love that. However, some of the scenes in the movie do get a little bit ridiculous. I have to talk about this scene, because this scene absolutely made me laugh. So here we go. Eric Bana is watching videos on the computer which this certain guy taped, and as he's watching this tape, guess who shows up? Oh, guess what? It's that guy who taped them. So he gets into a little fight with them, and then after the fight, the guy jumps out of the window, he's out of sight. And you know what the first thing Eric Bana does? He doesn't go out and chase the guy. He absolutely does not call for backup. Nope, he continues watching those tapes. Seriously, right after this guy jumped out of the window, he goes back and sits on his computer. So then it made me go like... And I had a good chuckle out of that one. However, what I did like about the movie is that it didn't rely on jump scares. It actually relied on the creepy soundtrack and the imagery put into the movie. Even though those scenes were scary, but there's this one image that just burned into my brain. And if you guys have seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the scene involves a cat. That's it, I'm not saying anymore. But I will say that I will not be forgetting about that image for at least a couple of days. And whoever did the makeup for these certain people that Eric Bana has to find an absolute incredible job on the makeup. They made these people look damaged, scarred up, a little bit tweaked out because they really did make them look like crack addicts. Stay away from drugs, kids. Yes, the makeup actually did add to the creepiness factor. So Deliver Us from Evil is more of a crime detective movie than it is a horror movie. Eric Bana does an okay job, but the pastor, he is totally awesome. Even though the story had me hooked, I kinda wish that it was more scary than I hoped it to be. And overall, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Because Deliver Us from Evil is good and acceptable. Seriously though, I can't listen to the Doors the same way ever again. Have you guys seen Deliver Us from Evil? Please let me know what you guys think. Be sure to leave a like and comment on the video, and as always, there's a link below for my Twitter account. Keep in contact with me. But in the meantime, I have to get going.